No risk, no Rizq. Get following the YouTube channel now. He is the man.
You know, I'm just going to save that for a little bit.
All right, cool. Let's get this started. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rizq Podcast. This is episode 12 now. Alhamdulillah. And you know what? All kind of blessings to Allah, because this was something which I started not too long ago, and the quality of people that have been able to join me on this podcast has really been amazing. My own journey has inspired me, and today's guest is someone who definitely again, it just inspires me that this person is sat in front of me today. We're joined today by Mr. Zuhayr Al Qahtani, the WBC Middle Eastern Champion, the first ever WBC Middle Eastern Champion. Mashallah, alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum, bro. How's it going?
Wa alaikum salam, rahmatullah. Thank you for having me in the show. Man, WBC Middle Eastern, to be honest with you, I feel it's only a name, but it's such a starting point. Inshallah, hopefully by this time next year, my title will change, and I'm looking for something bigger, inshallah.
Inshallah. Where's your belt, man?
You know what? My belt's at home. I was going to bring it with me. I completely...
Oh, man. I was going to ask, but I was like, nah, I don't want to ask. I don't want to sound... But yeah, I think, inshallah, this won't be the last time we see each other. Of course. Next time we see each other, inshallah, it'd be great to see the belt.
To be honest with you, one of the main reasons I forgot to bring my belt in, and it might sound a bit crazy, I've been sleeping with the belt since my fight. Honestly, I've been sleeping with my belt since my fight. My mum had to just G-check me and take the belt away from me. So I had the belt next to me. On my next fight, now people need to understand this. The belt it's a symbol, but the belt is in me. So if you want the belt, you're going to have to take me, but I don't think you can.
Yeah, absolutely. No, don't worry. We'll borrow you every now and again, then inshallah. But that's an interesting point, actually. Let's start on that topic, because alhamdulillah, it's a Friday. We just played Jummah, and you've kind of started off on actually a very kind of deep and profound topic here, actually, because there's a lot of Muslims who are boxers, and obviously there's a lot of non-Muslims who are boxers. But as Muslims, we are taught the importance of controlling our nafs, controlling our ego. Now, you're 8-0 at the moment.
Yeah.
So you're 8-0. So your 8th professional fight, you were blessed to be able to take home a WBC belt. You've got a belt, and like you said, you kind of sleep with it every single day. It's something that you treasure a lot, because it's almost like a physical manifestation of what you already believed yourself to be. Now, a question that I had just on that topic is, how have you been able to kind of, I suppose the first question is, how has it been for you since you were announced on the undercard to then getting the actual W, and now a few months later, 2 months later or so, we're here. What was that kind of transition like for you from, I suppose, from yourself? How has this affected you in positive way or in negative ways as well?
Well, I remember when I received a call, it was late night. I think it was approximately 12 o'clock. I was in bed. They called me like, yo, Z. I'm like, my manager at the time was like, yo, what's up? What's happening? Why are you calling me at this time? When someone calls you at past 11 o'clock, it's a bad sign. Something was wrong. So I'm like, what's up? Why are you calling me at this time? He told me, how would you feel if you box on the AJ and Andy Ruiz undercard? I told him, excuse my language, I said, don't F with me, get to the point. What are you saying? He said, bro, you're on the bill. I hanged up the phone. I didn't even say bye to him. I hanged up. Put my running kit on. Went running. At 12:30. I'm running and I'm sprinting. I'm not even jogging. I am sprinting. It's like a romantic movie. You see your lover there in front of you. You run towards them and try open palms. It was like that. I was running. I was running to success. Well, going there and being part of the environment and getting a W. To be honest, W was a crazy feeling, man. If you watch the video, you'll probably laugh, because after I knew I won, but I just wanted to hear it from the judges that I won. And once they said the winner, Zuhayr Al Qahtani, I wanted to grab the belt. You know, normally they'll put the belt around you. I'm like, give me the belt. Give me the belt. I want to take that belt because, oh my God, man, I was dreaming the belt. I was living the belt. I was eating the belt.
Yeah.
Imagine eating hummus straight, hummus and bit of protein straight for 2 weeks solid. All I'm thinking WBC title, the belt. But alhamdulillah, we got it. We got this W now. Now it's put me in a big platform. Now we got big names calling me out. Now we got names that are looking for me, and it's an exciting time ahead.
Have you felt that it's affected you in any way? Have you felt that, you know, there's been moments, for example, where you might have felt like, oh, you know, that was a moment of arrogance. You know, did I feel that in myself, or do you feel that it's something that has humbled you more, or is it again just something that is just it doesn't affect you? Like, you know, how has it kind of you know, changed you in any way?
Well, first thing first, as a fighter and as being Muslim first, I keep arrogance out of the picture. I do not, pride and arrogance is something I don't consider. I would actually G-check myself if I feel any form of arrogance towards people and so on. I'm a loving, caring person. I love people. I love being around people, and I love success. I love any person that achieves any form of success in their life, whether being a tennis player or a boxer. So, did it change me? No. But did it give me the hunger? Yes. I am so hungry. Oh my God.
So it's actually made you hungrier for more successes.
I am so hungry. I'm already training. I'm already in camp and starting preparing for the next fight. I'm around elite people. I got a good team around me. I am just saying, honestly, the fans have not seen the best of me yet, and the best of me will come when the level steps up. Inshallah.
So just for kind of the viewers and the listeners at home who are listening into this, the way that Zuhayr and myself met was actually in Riyadh. This was days before the actual fight. This was at the weigh-in in front of the hotel. First of all, you know, to be honest with you, it was a really, really amazing event. I felt, you know, the way that it was kind of set up and everything. And I think on top of everything, people really got to see the hospitality and the culture within Saudi and that Muslims have, you know. So I think, you know, from my perspective, kind of as an outsider looking in and you know, being there, you know, for me, it feels like this has done an amazing job for kind of promoting Saudi Arabia as a country. I think a lot of people genuinely think, and you know, the people who went over there thought that Saudi Arabia is just this desert land full of like kind of crazy people, you know, wearing thobes and you know, whatever on their head, and they're running around and they're going, you know, people think that is people's perception of Saudi Arabia. Now, alhamdulillah, I've been to Saudi Arabia many times. I've performed Hajj. I've been for Umrah many times, alhamdulillah. My family, I've actually got family out in Riyadh as well. But you know, what were kind of did you hear anything, you know, before the fight about, you know, Riyadh and the criticism about Riyadh beforehand or anything like that?
Do you know what? It's not before that. It's generally Saudi Arabia. A lot of people tend to talk bad about Saudi Arabia, but the people that talk bad about Saudi Arabia tend to have no knowledge of Saudi Arabia. Little did I know, Saudi is an amazing place. Saudi is paving the way, I believe. And you know what? I said it before, but I'm gonna retract my word. I said Saudi will be the next Vegas. No, Saudi is the new platform of boxing, and Saudi will pave the way for boxing. In Saudi, as you've seen the event was built up only for boxing, for the purpose of boxing, and the Saudi authorities, they did such a great job, an amazing job, hospitality and everyone. And funny enough, there were some few guys, I'm not gonna mention their name, they were like, is an English guy, he came, he's like, do you know what? I thought a bunch of bloody terrorists about here, but they're really not. I'm like, listen, you're just a clown, dog. You're just a clown. Us Arabs are us Saudis are the most generous people, most welcoming people, and especially if you're not from the Middle East, and you come to our country. Oh my God, I'm surprised that no one took you to the house and overfed you. Trust me, they overfeed. Oh, you know what? People suffer from why people are obese in Saudi. Because your friend will invite you to his house, and his friend will invite you to their house. Before you realize that you've been invited to 10 houses and you've been force fed, eat. That's the only way they know you got the best result.
I think it's a very kind of Muslim trait where you know, food is a massive part of our culture.
Absolutely.
And sharing your food is such a huge blessing. And I've
part of a deen as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people. This is now. When my friend came back to UK from Saudi Arabia, he told me, you know what, Saudi is an amazing place, and he was like, I'm not sure, can I swear?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
I'm gonna say what he said. He said, look, I don't give a fuck what people say. I will go and fucking live in Saudi Arabia myself. I don't want to fucking drink. I don't want to kiss no girl in public. Matter of fact, I want to be a Saudi. How can I be a Saudi?
All right, guys, sorry about that. We're just having a few technical difficulties here. This is a new studio that we're using, and yeah, apparently the cables are a bit messed up. But luckily and unfortunately for me, I had a spare cable, so we can get started. So apologies once again, Zuhayr. I don't want to kind of break up the flow, but we were speaking about obviously Saudi Arabia and kind of the perceptions of Saudi Arabia. I remember when I saw you at the weigh-in and we were speaking, I said to you, Zuhayr, I'd love to do this podcast with you, and you were like, yeah, sure, let's get it done. And I was like, bro, you know what? Just one question that I have for you, kind of before we do any podcast or anything, just personally, what does this mean to you? And do you remember what you said?
Tell me.
You said, this is life or death.
Of course.
This is life or death. So what did you mean by that? Why was this a life or death situation for you? Did anybody threaten you physically other than your opponent, or like how much did this just mean to you, I suppose?
See, boxing is a beautiful sport with all its pros and cons. It's such a beautiful sport, and to be a professional in this game, I have to take the sport very, very, very serious. And when I box and when I compete, I don't only compete for my own sake, but for my own purpose. No, I have my family, my mother, my brothers, my kids, the whole country. I'm not representing me, but I'm representing everyone. I'm representing my people. I'm representing my fans, whether they're Saudi, not Saudis. I'm representing everyone. Overall, I want to put Saudi in the map. So for me, it was to make history. For me, I'll quote what Marvin Hagler said: for this guy to knock me out, for this guy to beat me, for this guy to defeat me, he has to take the metal pole out there and try to swing for my head. Even then, he's not going to knock me out, because when Tyson Fury got knocked out I call it knocked out because he literally got knocked out and got back up.
Yeah.
That mind frame and that kind of mentality as a fighter, I believe, and I'll put it in myself, it's do or die. Every fight for me is do or die. I don't care. I must win. If I don't win this fight, it's not. One of them have been in hospital. That's what it is.
Yeah. So it's so actually that's just your mindset before going into any fight. Any fight. Okay. Just by the way, just speak straight into to the microphone, because I want to make sure that we get the best audio of you. I think that this is a really, really important interview for just not only boxers, but I think especially for Muslims as well, because there's very, very few Muslim boxers out there that are really representing us as a people, and I think we should treasure people like yourself who are kind of at the pinnacle of these major sport, kind of major athletic events. We should definitely back and support you. So I just wanted to make sure that we're picking up on what you're saying properly. So I want to start, so as you know, the brand is called No Risk, No Rizq, right? The podcast is called the Rizq Podcast, right? Now, Rizq comes in many, many forms, as you know. It can be wealth, it can be health, it's your family, it's your friends, it's the successes that you have, it's any kind of fame and notoriety. These are all forms of Rizq. So for you, I want to start off kind of at the beginning of your story. Now, as a British Pakistani guy growing up here in the UK, we would always kind of look to Saudis and people from the Middle East, and we would say, look, these guys, they're loaded, and they're lazy, they don't do anything. This is just our perception, right? This is what we see. And you're someone who, mashallah, is an athlete. And when you had the call, like you said, you had a call saying that you were going to be on the undercard. You just ran out and just started training, right there and then. So, again, it's one of those perceptions which, I suppose is important for you to break for your people. So you are a representative of Saudi Arabia for non-Saudis across the world. Anyone who doesn't know a Saudi, they'll watch boxing, they'll see you, and they'll think, wow, this is what Saudi is about. So for me, I want to understand kind of that journey of how you came from, where you came from and how you got to where you are today, and then inshallah looking forward to the future in terms of what you're going to be doing. So Where does your story start? You're from Jeddah. Were you born in Jeddah or were you born here in the UK?
No, I was born in Jeddah. I came here essentially at a young age. I think I was 9 years old. I came to study. My mother, mashallah, she speaks 7 languages.
Mashallah.
She's highly educated.
Wow.
My father as well. So the best option for them was to bring us here and for us to learn and to pick up the knowledge from them.
How does your mum know 7 languages? Like, how does someone think that I'm going to learn all these languages? Or
my mother, alhamdulillah, was due to my granddad as well.
Okay, mashallah.
My mother's father, he was a businessman. He traveled the world. He had so many businesses.
Mashallah,
especially at the time when Saudi was new and no one knew of Saudi.
Yeah.
My grandfather took the opportunity to travel the world. He was amongst the first people to come to England at the time.
Wow.
The first British, Muslim, Yemeni, Arab, Saudi
Mashallah,
came here. So he was amongst the first people. Then he went to Italy. Then my mother followed him, and she was privileged enough to speak Arabic, English, French, Italian.
Wow.
Swahili.
Wow.
It's crazy. But I was privileged enough just to have a mother like that and parents like that to guide me through.
Yeah, definitely.
So I came here at a young age to essentially study. While I was studying here, I remember we faced some difficulties in the start. I remember I came here and I used to be just typical Arabs that didn't know England, didn't know America, didn't know nothing. Assumed everything is like the movies. Assumed everyone was nice and friendly. And I remember I came here and the first thing I heard when I was walking outside was some English guy, and he said, I still remember it. He said, "You effing packy, yeah." And he gave me 2 fingers. He gave me these 2 fingers like this.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a joke. So I gave the peace sign in it. I was smiling. Yeah, he's like, "You effing packy." I'm like, "Yeah." I didn't know what he was saying. I didn't know what he was saying. I had no idea what he was saying. So I used to think it's a joke. Then over time, me going to school, because I went to normal English school.
Yeah.
Over time, I was getting jumped by grown men.
Okay.
Grown men used to jump me all the time. I used to get, even in school, I used to get bullied by this guy's brothers or someone.
This is like in South London.
Yeah, South London.
Yeah.
And obviously, me being where I'm from, Saudi is considered shameful. Aib, like we call it aib for a man to get beaten up, and for you to go to your parents. So I used to keep it to myself. And I think from 12 or 13 years old, it went on till I hit 16. It was every day getting jumped. I used to go to school.
12, 13.
Yeah.
Because we're the same age. We're in 89, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been just after 9/11, then I'm guessing.
Yeah. And they used to take my dinner money, everything.
Yeah.
So I used to go to school every day hungry and not eating nothing. And once upon a time, I must have got jumped. I must have got jumped so badly in it. I was bruised up, black and blue eyes, everything busted up, and I got attacked by grown men, not little kids. And I remember at the time, I went home. My mom asked me, I tried to keep it low. Obviously, she knew what happened, and she got my older brother Fahad to guide me through training me at home and so on. And obviously, over time, I saw my brother defending me, and he started beating these guys up.
Was your brother a boxer?
Yeah.
Oh, your brother was a boxer. Okay, yeah. Nice. How old is he compared to you?
He's 39 years old. Unfortunately, he was well known amongst Duke Mackenzie's and so on. He was really good, but he had an accident and he couldn't really pursue his career. So eventually, he taught me the basic, the jab, the right hand across, and he taught me my other brothers taught me the bravery and so on. And I remember after a period of time, I started practicing training and so on. And the same guys that used to rob me came and confronted me on that day. And I remember exactly I taught myself and I looked at them. And I remember I said, Bismillah. I said literally, Bismillah, oh Allah, I ain't afraid of these guys no more. I'm gonna have it. And I fucked them up. I beat them up so bad. And this is a grown man. I'm a little kid. I'm still 16 years old. These guys are around 20. I am knocking them out, like punching them up everywhere. And I remember I saw the man running for his life, and the feeling was so amazing. Like 4 or 5 years, you beating me up, you taking my money. I want my money back now. Then after I started going to school, and the same guys they used to bully me, and so on. They stopped because why? I stopped beating them up. I stopped bullying them. And every guy that used to get bullied, I remember for a fact, the Pakistanis, the Bengalis, everyone. I stuck up for everyone. I remember I was defending the victims of bullying so much so that people were paying me money. Wallahi, I had to get paid money to fight. For me, it was an obligation to defend the weak. But to get paid for it was a bonus. I thought, why not? I'm broke. All these years they've been taking my money. I wasn't getting paid for it. So what happened is the people stopped paying me. I remember one guy, he came to me because they call me Z, like Z, please, this, that. I'm like, no worries, I got you. He's like, bro, take £50. I'm like, I definitely got you, innit? I definitely got you, man. I remember that day.
It makes sure he's never gonna come back now.
Oh, wallahi, me and this guy chased the bullies down. I remember the bullies were running for dear life.
Yeah.
And obviously, I was training to be boxer then as well.
Yeah.
I was jogging.
Oh, okay.
These guys were running for a mile. They were running out of breath, and I'm still catching up to them, beating them up, taking these victims right. And I remember over time, the bullies became my friends.
Okay.
And the bullies changed the concept of life to similar concept of mine.
Wow.
And alhamdulillah, all praise be to Allah, is with the fact that I had, obviously me being Muslim, and I know we can never oppress no one, we can never bully anyone, we can never harm anyone that's weaker than us. We can only defend ourselves. And this is people need to understand. Islam does not teach you to bully anyone or attack anyone that's weaker than you. It teaches us to defend ourselves. It teaches us, if someone puts their hand on you, you break their hand. No one has a right to put a hand on nobody. So I remember I was defending. I had so much friends, and all my friends, essentially all my friends, were victim of bullying. Wallahi, within 1 year, I probably had 100+ fights. I fought everywhere. I fought in the car park. I fought in the park. I fought in the school corridor. I fought in the toilets. The toilet was a funny one because they came to bully this guy in the toilet. And I told him, I'm gonna go in the toilet. I'm gonna wait for you. You go in the toilet. They're gonna come to the toilet, and that's it. So I remember the guy came to the toilet, and he came to the toilet, and you hear the guys behind him. Oh, where's my you this? They start cussing him, everything. And I remember I came out the cubicle. I ain't never seen a guy get so scared in his life. I looked at him, and that guy's like, yeah, go on, it was my money. Fought there, fought everywhere. I don't want to sound like I'm a violent person. I'm really not. I'm actually very friendly. I do enjoy boxing. But out of boxing, I don't believe in violent in any form of way. However, I do believe in defending people, and by any means, you should defend people. I don't like that nowadays. You see someone gets attacked. People, what they do, take their phone and start recording.
Pull out the phone,
If someone gets pushed, someone takes the phone and record it. Instead of trying to, as a Muslim, and I believe this is for me as a Muslim, to stop anything from escalating, to stop someone from vulnerable getting attacked. I remember a little while back there was this few ladies were on road. I don't know, was having a problem with a cab driver, and they were all cussing him, calling him all racist kind of names. So when I intervened, I was like, "What's up, ladies?" They're like, "Oh, this driver was being rude." I'm like, "But you called him this racist name?" Like, "No, I didn't. I'm like, "You did, though. Just leave him alone." That's the moral of me intervening and talking to people in a certain way, and just communicating them in a certain way. That beef was done, and it was so important for me to do that. But conclusion was, when I came to UK, I got attacked, I got bullied at a young age, then grew up. Then I remember one time I had one fight in school. This was the fight, the toilet fight. Fight. I beat the bullies so badly. What happened? The bully snitched on me. I didn't know it worked like this. The bully snitched on me, told the head teacher. And when he told the head teacher, the teacher got in touch with my house. The police got involved. And I remember when they came in, my mum told me what happened. I told my mum the truth, and I don't lie to my mum. I tell her, "Mum, this is what happened. This is that." And I remember the next day, my brother took me to the boxing gym. He took me to the notorious Fitzroy Lodge. I met a great man there. I met a man by the name of Mickey Carney. This guy was my father in the gym. He was my icon. He never told me a good word in his whole life. He always to cuss the shit out of me. But he was that kind of guy that if he loved you, he would always cuss you, make sure you perform the best ability. And he just guided me through. I stopped fighting. I started boxing. Within 3 months, I had my first amateur fight. And when my brother took me to the gym, he told me, "Z, this place here, you can fight and get rewarded for it." I was like, "No shit, I get rewarded for fighting?" He's like, "Yeah, you get rewarded for fighting." I'm like, "What? If I punch him in his face, I get?" Like, "You get a medal." I'm like, "No, I get a medal. Let me go." As a little kid, so I went there. I remember I had my first fight. I won. I got a medal. I was so excited. I called my family in Saudi, speak some Arabic. Everyone is screaming. You want? And this time, my family in Saudi don't know boxing. They thought it was wrestling. They're like, "What? Did you pick him up over the railing? You throw him there? You do this?" I just
thought you were the Undertaker,
Yeah, but then that was the changing point in my life when I walked into that boxing gym. That place. I remember when I started looking for the history boxer, and I wanted to know if there was a Saudi boxer. I want to know. And look, I don't want to sound like with Saudis anything. It's nothing. I just want to see if someone from your backyard did something. And there was no one. There was no Olympian. There was no professional. There was no one there. And in a way, I felt emptiness in my heart. I felt sad. This dozens of Mexican champions, dozens of British
Yeah.
dozens of American, everywhere in the world, even India and Pakistan. And I thought to myself, there's no Saudi. What is something is wrong here? What is going on? And I took it upon myself. It was my drive, my dream from a young age. Everyone that knows me from Fitzroy Lodge and everyone that met me during my boxing career will tell you, I told them before and I'll tell them now, I'm going to continue, I'm going to make history. Inshallah, I'll obtain a world title and I will be ranked for the pound for pound list. Bro, you know what?
How's it fighting in the AJ card?
It was a fucking feeling, bro. I swear. Listen, bro. I met AJ 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when AJ just turned pro and he beat some fat guy. Yeah. I saw him. I was talking to AJ. I remember I was in Westfield. I was talking to AJ like, "Yo, AJ, what's going on?" He was talking. I was like, "Bro, you know, one day I'm gonna fight in your undercard, innit? And we're gonna be together." He was cracking up like, "Yeah, God willing, we're gonna do this, that." I was like, "Bro, you're gonna be Klitschko, you gonna be world champion." He's like, "Yeah." We was talking. Then for that to happen, that I won't consider it a prophecy or anything, but it's something I believed in. I really believed something. I'll get to that stage that I'll fight undercards, big undercards, and it just happened.
That's good, man. You're doing good.
It happened.
Yeah. Well, we just caught that. So again, for everyone who's listening, apologies. We just for anybody who's thinking about booking Pirate Studios, don't do it. That's the promotion. Well done. But yeah. So yeah, alhamdulillah, it's back in recording now. We've actually got a bit of a boxing room at the moment. So we've got Zuhayr Al Qahtani, and our second guest is also in the room now. So whilst the microphones are off, I think a little bit of business just happened anyway. So this is what we happen. No risk, no rizq. It's all about increasing everyone's rizq, inshallah. But just getting into that then. So. You were talking about how there was no one from Saudi Arabia and you felt this emptiness in your heart.
I felt empty, and I remember in a way I felt sad because no one would understand what I'm saying, besides my older brother, but no one understands this concept of boxing, being a world champion, going for a fight. Everyone assumed, and obviously being from a Muslim community, people, boxing is haram in some way or another, but for me, boxing is a gift from Allah. I believe God blessed me with boxing to give, like, all the goods that came out with it, everything that came out with it, and that vision. Mind you, I'm a postgraduate engineer. I never want to be an engineer. What do I want to do? I want to fight.
Yeah.
I just want an opportunity to fight around the world, an opportunity to fight the best, an opportunity to be ranked amongst the best, an opportunity to make history, an opportunity to put Saudi in the map. It's all I want. It's all I want. Nothing more, nothing less. I want to solidify. When this is done and dusted, I want to solidify myself in history. I want to, inshallah, not only be world champion, but different weights world champion. And not only that, the cherry on the cake is to be ranked at least top 10 pound for pound list, and that's it. And then when I retire, I want some Saudis to be truly talented to outdo what I did. Otherwise, you ain't no talent.
So let's no, it's true though, because you know the first to do something sets the bar, and the point of setting the bar is so that others can beat you, right? It's not so you have the bar and then you just stay there. And I mean, you see even Kobe, for example, right? You know, obviously, God rest his soul. You know, the last tweet he ever did was to LeBron James, congratulating him for exceeding, you know, his record. So I think for any true champion, that's exactly the mindset that they have.
Of course. I hate the fact that I always tell all my fans and all the little kids that message me, one day I want to be like you, you're my role model. I always tell them straight, listen, thank you I appreciate the love and support and so on. I do appreciate, do not be like me, be better than me. Be better than me, because what's the point of all of us being the same level? It takes one to set an example and the rest to carry on. And what I've done, I wanted to be puzzled over for years and studied and followed and obviously beaten. To beat my record, I want, obviously what I've done now, it's going to be in the history book. It's not going to perish. It's not going to disappear. I want to remember it forever.
So once again, guys, I really apologise for the technical difficulties. We're in the studio, but we're not using these rubbish mics. So we're back to the Blue Yeti, and I think it's going to be a bit better anyway, inshallah. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about, we were speaking about obviously what this means for yourself. Talk me through the kind of the motions then, right? Of so you know, you got the call. You're gonna be on arguably the biggest boxing event in the last God knows how long. Possibly the most eyes.
Decades, man.
Yeah, I think probably the most seen before that would have been like Pacquiao Mayweather.
Yeah, definitely.
So how does it feel to be on the undercard of that? So talk me through your emotions. You know, your camp, was your camp any different this time round? You know, did you kind of do anything differently to prepare for this? And then the whole kind of the event itself, the whole world is watching this. Talk me through kind of your eyes and how you saw it from your perspective.
Basically, camp has been brutal. I didn't take no shot for sparring was not easy. I was sparring heavy guys than me. My two main support, actually my three sparring partners, my main guys who backed me up most was Sam Shamari from Miguel's, Rakeem Noble from Miguel's, and my other friend Craig White from Richard Williams, the Secret Gym. These three guys supported me so much. They pushed me to the limit. Imagine doing 4 rounds, change different guys coming in. You're going down there and they're still fresh. So they pushed me to my limit. I have obviously practiced fight. Every fight I feel I'm always push the limit, push the limit. And now I'm stepping up to 12 round. My training camp, my session, everything will be prepared. I'm gonna be prepared for full bloody 12 round of war. Like obviously boxing, I'm trying to leave with my health together in it. But the harder you train, the better or the easier the fight will be. In theory, training is hard than fighting. Fighting is easy, really.
Yeah.
It's actually easy. Just go punch him in his mouth. Just punch him in the mouth. If it hits you, stay cool and composed.
Yeah.
Keep your head moving, and that's it. But training was brutal. I remember I had David Pereira. He made me do some sprints. I forgot what it's called. It's like the running hurdles or something. And basically, you break out in stages. You do 1,200 meter sprint.
Okay.
Non-stop.
Wow. Okay.
A high pace, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how it feels to die. I'm not dead, obviously. I'm still alive. That is the closest thing to death.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to death, and there was the other training sessions. Obviously, the one I speak about because it's my own little trickery.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning to give me an extra advantage. I do some extra things. But the other training as well is brutal, gruesome. They just push me, and I get to a state of in a psychological mind frame. I'm ready for war. And I told you, I'm here. It's do or die. It's that stage. It's do or die. I'm prepared for a full-blown combat. If you watch my fight, actually, I was calling my opponent to fight me. I was like, come, let's fight. Let's fight. Obviously, if it's best for his interest to run around and try to box me, not to fight me. But I wanted that fight. I wanted that. You know that Triple G say, big drama show. I wanted that big drama show. I wanted... AJ and Andy was the biggest main event, right? But I was trying to steal that away from them.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it exciting and fight.
Well, just on that, because I was in the crowd, right? And for me, obviously coming from like when I've been to UK shows and people are kind of drunk and they're going crazy, like from 6 o'clock till midnight, right? I found that the crowd were quite subdued, other than 2 fights. One was yours, and then the other one was AJ's.
Yeah.
Those 2 fights, the crowd were going absolutely berserk, and I think I remember messaging you straight after the fight because I said to you, I was like, bro, you bullied that guy, bro. I was like, that guy looked sad, bro. Like, come to like the 4th round, like the guy didn't I don't know, bro. I could see in his eyes from where I was sitting, like just his body language. He didn't want it. And it wasn't because he came into that ring not wanting it. Obviously, the guy was from UAE.
Yeah.
He also wants to become the first Middle Eastern champion, right? Just as much as you.
Yeah. He's from Kuwait.
He's from Kuwait, yeah? Bro, the guy looked broken, bro. 4th round, the guy was broken. He didn't want it, and you were bullying the ref. I wanted the ref to stop it for his sake, because you weren't stopping, bro. You were going in.
My brother was telling me in the corner, he's like, don't knock him out.
Okay.
Beat him up. Beat him up. I'm like, I want to knock him out. Like, beat him up. If you see it, hit him hard and I rock him. My brother's like, wait. I'm like, wait for what, bro? It's a bit mad. The feeling of trying to knock someone out and stopping. Obviously, I would have loved the knockout, but my brother said it's better we send the crowd and put the rounds in. My first 8 round. He told me, just get the 8 rounds in. I want to get 8 rounds under your belt. I want to see how fit you are. And obviously, my brother's been my main trainer. I have to take his word in it. Just take it to 8 rounds, do what I'm doing, and just beat him up. But people don't know this. Before the fight, what happened was this guy, my opponent, his friend, he saw me. He said hello to me. I said hi back. His friend said hello to me, and I said hi back. And I was walking, and he recorded me on my Instagram, and he was like dissing me. He dissed me so much.
Right.
And
okay.
Obviously, he's dissed me in Urdu. Some of my friends spoke Urdu, and he was like. He said, your mother, F, you tell your mother. He was dissing me, going all out. And after he said hello to me, and I'm walking, he's recording me. He posted on Instagram. What happened is people tagged me in that video. I looked at it like, mother, man said hello to me. So for me, it was personal. It was like, I have to beat him up. I have to beat him up badly. I have to chase him out of the ring, hold him and just beat him up.
Because the way I described that to people who didn't watch it, like they said, oh, how did that Saudi guy do? I was like, bro, he bullied him, bro. I was like, bro, he bullied him, bro. So yeah, man, like I was really impressed because actually when I saw the weigh-in, like I was like, yo, the other guy's ripped, man, and he looks like he's on it. But bro, honestly, man, mashallah, congratulations on that, man. That was an amazing performance, and like I said, it's nice for a fan to see how, you know, one boxer can truly just kind of take the other one out through just consistent pressure. Yeah, pressure. That's it, was consistent pressure. So I saw on that night, that was I suppose that was probably like one of the best nights you probably would have had, I would imagine, because you know, later on, you know, you're getting pictures with Israel Adesanya, Khabib was there.
Do you know Israel got a funny story? Okay. Because when Amir Khan fought in Saudi, Israel came to my room. He was in my room and we was cracking up. And I remember I locked the door like, bro, you're not coming out here. We kidnapped you. So after that, we see him again. Like, oh, you want to come to my locker room again? So we was cracking jokes. Khabib was an amazing guy.
What did you speak to them about?
Yeah, I spoke to Khabib. Funny enough, Zubair, me and Zubair, I was talking to Zubair, and Zubair was funny because I was telling Zubair, my mum always listens to you, watch your video dancing. There's a song called Medina, innit? Okay. And Zubair was cracking up. Zubair, that good one. To be honest, the best person I met on that particular day, or the day before, had to be Andy. Andy was probably one of the nicest boxers out there, one of the nicest personalities in the business. His whole team was nice. Everyone about him was caring. So like I see fans running from far, he'll stop, say, you guys stop, I'm gonna talk to the little fan. Where other people that know security is stopping the little kid and so on, but Andy just showed some love to the people. It is what it is. Boxing, there has to be a win, has to be a loser. So it's part of the game for some to win, to lose. But for me overall, it was a hell of an experience, man.
Absolutely. So I know that you mentioned that you're kind of in negotiations right now. Unfortunately, we can't kind of break any exclusive today. Don't worry, I've already asked if we can get that, but the negotiations are still in place, so I don't want to jeopardize that in any way. But kind of the last two questions from my side is kind of about that event and then the future. So the first question I have is there's two key characters in, I suppose, your rise to fame. You know, there's Umar and Big K. So these are two people that we saw a lot, you know, on the YouTube videos with you know, IFL, and you know, they're always with Eddie, and Eddie's always talking about these guys and stuff like that. What's kind of your relationship with those guys? You know, I suppose, you know, you had Mohammed bin Salman watching you as well, right? You know, just kind of, did you get a chance to meet him? Because I know he was kind of.
Do you know what? I was actually going upstairs to talk to him, and I remember I was going upstairs. What happened was, I know it sounds a bit stupid. Obviously, why would you not meet MBS? I was hungry. I got hungry. I got so, and you know what? When you go for the VIP lunch, there was so much food. I don't know what it was. It just looked nice. It was a buffet, and you know what? Been on a diet for a long time. I thought, listen, I would have loved to meet MBS. I was making my way. Literally, I saw the food, stopped, turned around, took a plate. I was just stuffing my mouth. Before I realised the fight was over. I didn't get to watch AJ's last 3 rounds. Oh, you? I went to get more food. The fight was over.
Subhanallah. So with Umar and Big K, obviously these are two people that love the sport of boxing, and they love Saudi Arabia, and they wanna push things forward. Kind of what are you doing with those guys? Are you speaking to them kind of on a regular basis about, you know, the future of boxing there, and kind of what will that look like then?
I'm working very closely with Big K, Prince Khalid. Is an amazing brother, very, very amazing guy. He supports me. He has a vision of boxing that I never thought any Saudi would have. I thought it was only me with this vision. He's got a similar vision to me. He's got goals for boxing. He's gonna make Saudi a boxing hotspot. The boxing is gonna grow in Saudi. It's gonna be big in Saudi. Yeah, obviously Omar, Big K, they work together. But Big K, with no doubt, he's paved the way for boxing in Saudi like no other. He's done so much. He's looking after me. He's getting me to fights I want to fight, and we're in negotiation, possibly fight abroad in the state or somewhere, get on the big bills and just go forward and just try to make a big impact with this. But again, man, Big K is a nice guy, man. Took me out to dinner. Went for some American meat. It was so nice that I felt sick after.
Was it Smoky Beards?
Yeah, Smoky Beard.
Oh, shout out to Mutabil as well.
Mutabil.
We had him on the podcast.
You did a great job. He had the steak was so nice. I had so much that I was sick. Not sick, but imagine because I was running late for my flight.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I was running and I felt the steak in my stomach.
And you can smell the smoke after you've eaten, isn't it?
Oh my god! I smelled it for 2 days, and I double checked. I washed my hand last night. Took me out. We had a good time with Big K, the team. We enjoyed it. It was definitely a bright future ahead with the whole team. Inshallah,
and. I suppose then, final kind of closing questions from myself then is, yourself then, in terms of, your career. You mentioned off camera a few minutes ago that you're looking at kind of the next 5 or 6 years. Where do you see yourself, once you've retired in 6 or 7 years' time? What do you want people to remember you as, and how do you want to be remembered in the sport of boxing, once you hang your gloves up?
First thing is obviously, besides being a world champion and becoming different weight world champion and solidifying myself in the pound for pound list, I want people to recognize me, and I want people to portray the image of good Saudis. I want to create an image of Saudis, because somehow society have got the wrong image of Saudis, and me being the face of Saudi, especially the face of Saudi boxing and Saudi sport, I want to pave the way. I want to create this new image that if you want to talk about Saudis, look at me. I'm a Saudi. I'm educated. I'm a postgraduate engineer. I have did so much of myself, but I'm gonna continue doing what I'm gonna keep doing for the sport of boxing, and the sport of boxing is gonna shine in Saudi. And just to conclude, everything else as I just said is an important part, but the main goal to be world champion, God willing, inshallah. A lightweight, then move up to super lightweight, inshallah, and welterweight, inshallah, and retire, stop at welterweight, and like I said, the icing on the cake, inshallah, to be top 10 pound for pound list. That's it. And for me, this would be enough. I've accomplished the goals I've aimed as a kid. An Olympic gold medal would have been amazing for me or so on, but that wasn't my dream. You don't have to be an elite boxer to get an Olympic gold medal, but just to get that is what I want, and to inspire the youth, bring the youth, take it everywhere in the world. I want to do something. I want to be an icon around the world. I'm sick and tired of seeing kids dying of hunger. Literally, I'm working on my charity foundation. It's disgusting, especially in the 21st century. We have everything around us. Why are people struggling? I want to get involved with more charity. So I want people to remember me as that guy that paved the way for all of us, inshallah.
So it's actually your success isn't actually for yourself. Your success is to build a platform for yourself to then help others and pay it forward, inshallah.
That's the main goal, the main plan.
That's beautiful. I know I said that was the last question. That was a bit of a lie. The last question that I do ask all my guests is that at least boxers like yourself especially, what does Islam mean to you?
Islam is everything for me. Islam is before anything, I am Muslim first, then I'm Saudi second. Then I say I'm British, right? I grew up in England all my life. So it is what it is. All right, mate.
Assalamu
alaikum. So Islam is everything. Islam teaches me everything I need to know about life: the calm, the humbleness, the politeness, the generosity, the kind, everything that. When people came to the UK, this is actually the funny story. We have a custom: we buy something, we have to give our friend while we're eating. So I remember I bought some food and I was like, I bought some chicken wings and chips. I was like, yo, you want some? He's like, what? You give me some? Like, what? You have some, no chicken wings, right? Like, yeah. So the concept of sharing, showing love. This is Islam. No, I want to show people Islam is not what the media portray. Muslims are us. We are normal people, down to earth. We just believe in God and follow our belief in God the way we think is right and the best abilities. We don't harm no one. We don't cut a tree down. We don't oppress no one. We don't do anything that's wrong to anyone else. So this is the message that us Muslims out here, we are actually the good guys. We are not bad guys. We're not as bad how media portray us. And I don't have no vampire teeth, so I'm not gonna bite you.
And we're gonna do something slightly different on this podcast actually, because our next guest Mr. TB, is in the building right now, and we're going to bring him in. But before we bring him in, is there anything that you want to say to the Saudis back home? Any message that you have for them?
Well, my message is for all the Saudis back home. Actually, no, but Saudis
English or Arabic, up to you. But
all my fans in general, all my fans, you guys continue your support. Support means a lot to me. I need everyone's support. I need everyone's prayers and everyone's backing, because without you guys, I won't be where I am. And it's you guys truly, and you guys are the true champions. I just got to do the work in the ring. But with you guys, without you guys' support, I won't achieve none of this. But thank you guys, and continue support. And God willing, inshallah, this is a bright year, and we're gonna make an impact. And I aim to spark the mind.
Inshallah. Thanks for watching. Click the icon to subscribe for more inspirational podcasts. If you'd like to watch the full podcast interview, click the video on the right or click the video on the left for something recommended especially for you.